Good morning, good afternoon. It's Fresh Air on another one. I'd like to thank all of you for everybody listening in. It's been a long road for a lot of us, a lot of people. Long road of trying to find the answers, the unending answers to our praise of our purpose. If we're always searching, are we always satisfied with that answer? Or do we keep searching and searching and searching? Do we keep going for that answer to believe in a power greater than ourselves is carrying us through to a better prosperity, a better consciousness, and understanding where you can't deny without a doubt something is working on your behalf, giving you that better understanding, giving you that vision, giving you that something that you can only discuss so many times before it's like redundant. You know what I mean? It's like continue talking about it. A lot of people look at you like, yeah, right. But there is an urgent thing I would like to talk about. I was called to talk that God is working miracles in people's minds and consciousness at this very moment. It's working on yours, working on ours, working on everybody's. Eventually, you're going to take the information and run with it. Remember what David said in the Bible. He who is saved shall have everlasting life. So he who is saved should have everlasting understanding and wisdom and a giving that opportunity to then speak about how your transformation of your life has changed in many, many ways. More than you can handle. A lot of things become overwhelming based on the fact that if you listen to the synchronicities of everyday life, we then make way for learning something new, to expanding on our tools we have at this. I mean, let's put it like this. Imagine going back to yourself when you first woke up and you were aware. You were now aware of your awareness. You were now aware of your understanding. It makes you think. Because you're like, okay, I'm aware then, but what I'm more aware today. It's like, when is this ball going to keep rolling or stop rolling? But it tends to keep going as it unravels in your life. Your understanding of things can make you feel crazy. They should have a urgent message on it, basically saying, consume at your own risk. You get what I'm saying? Consume the knowledge at your own risk. And that's what it feels like. Because it sometimes a lot of things work against, I guess, your basic understanding of things. But as you start looking into theology or other religious practices or other worldly things that has been exhibited over the centuries of the economy and centuries of political and also genealogy and spirituality, if you combine it all together, it's come back to the same understanding that there's something greater than ourselves. If you look into science, you see that a lot of things are still left to the unknown because there's certain equations you're going like, wait a minute. We can't always go back to we don't know. We go to, well, we've gone to the edge of where we found out the most we could, and we still come to the conclusion of that understanding. Meaning, not everything is going to make sense. Not everything is going to be always, it was this, but then it was this. Or this, or then it's this. Now we got to remember this. The yin-yang, the front and back. You got your forward thinking, your backward thinking. You have also the understanding of Janus. Old teaching practices that make you think. It's like when I was saying all this time, I was saying in my knowledge, I was like, I'm saying chessboard a lot. I'm saying it a lot because it does apply to a lot of things we think about in our life. When we think of goals and things we want to accomplish in our life, we come to this conclusion that the more I work at it, the more I feel like it's going to come out differently if I explain here, but then I move forward in life and I explain things differently now, does that make me different, or is that where we're all at? It's still on this ride of understanding. When do we stop trying to feel comfortable or accept our knowledge? Our brain and our consciousness is very special to a lot of people that still have it. It's called the productive reasoning, or seductive reasoning. Meaning, is the information you're receiving seductive? Meaning, it's got your attention and you easily grasp it, or is it productive reasoning? Is a term that I come to. I'm speaking on behalf of all the spirit world and everything in between. Productive reasoning is you bring something to the table with your experiences in your life. Now you have seductive reasoning is we're going to use all that terminology and things and special words and then we're going to put you over here because we're going to draw you in with those words and then pull you in, and then we're going to take you away from the productive reasoning, the focused mind, the mind of that you can make your decisions for you. You don't have other people saying, oh, wait, that doesn't see. You learn and come to a conclusion of your own insecurities and your own setbacks in life, and you realize a lot of the things were my setbacks because I wasn't aware and I didn't wake up yet. I was in the sleep state of mind to understand things greater than myself. This productive reasoning is you are challenging even though it seems correct, but you still look at it like, wait, I want to be for sure we are correct. Now you don't do that with everything in life. You don't challenge everything in life. It means you take something critical that is meaning to a lot of people in the world, and then you look at it and you start saying, does this apply to the humanity? Does this work in our behalf? Does this work to help evolutionize our future of how we learn and how we speak to people and how we treat people and how we know differences from right and wrong, and how we then unlock those keys within ourselves to understand our purposes? Meaning, what am I good at in life? What do I find joy in? I find joy in my purpose of. It's a yin-yang thing. It's almost like the old saying is, if you feel like it's a job, then you know what I mean. Then it's not for you. But if you feel like it's for you, and you feel there's something else greater than yourself is helping you better understand the greater good of humanity, well, that's a different story. That goes for a few people out there. I mean, it's not for everybody. That's why they say they should put a little warning at the bottom. Consume at your own risk. Because the facts behind that is because you will now consume information and you'll have to dissect it into your own brain and how you see it. And then you look at it to your kaleidoscope of, if you ever had those things where you turn it and the colors change and stuff, it's kind of like seeing it through a different lens. You start looking at the different things, and then you take not seductive reasoning, the ones that gravitate you to that information and be like, yeah, that's why I like that. Yeah, because I understand that. Yeah. They're using words that you don't even know or numbers and triggers that get you drawn into that information. Now, as productive reasoning, you use your own and you gather your information and you realize the importance of doing that is very important. You understand the significance from being awake and not being awakened. That God's working on both behalves. Working, and we have to understand that things and principalities that are put against us to better understand the understanding of humanity itself. The best way I can say is the human mind is very special. And we shouldn't take it for granted. As are also our soul that is commanding this body. And our soul is here, and you chose to be here. A lot of chosen ones would know what I'm talking about, is you chose to be here. You chose this life and this path. You get what I'm saying? You understand, you come to the point where you're like, realizing like I had all those experiences in my life and setbacks because I had to experience that. And then I had to come to a point where I had to learn to forgive myself and I could forgive others. And everybody's situation is different. And I don't just forgive everybody. Trust me. There's certain people that get forgiveness. I'm not judged. But when it says in the Bible, forgive those who shall sin against you, that, and also forgive yourself for those sins you sinned. You get what I'm saying? Do unto others that you want to be treated yourself. Meaning, I give out love. I don't expect it in return, but that's what I bring. Love and respect and understanding. But there's a big world out there. We have to understand what's coming next. I pray that no weapons formed against you will prosper. I also pray that New Year's, that people understand that the future is now. We're at the 2 o'clock hour of the next day. So if we're not getting paired up and understanding where we're at in our own gracefulness, in our purpose in life, then we're not going to realize the truth, because it won't be given to you that way. You won't have that better understanding unless you really put in the work yourself, because everybody has a unique place in this world. With your consciousness, you become one. Greater understanding comes with oneness. We need all the religions to know we're coming together. We're going to make sense of this. That each and every single religion out there, I pray that you will come to better understanding too. That there's oneness coming. And that's great, because a lot of them do understand that. World leaders and all that. It's coming together. We're also going to be, the Pope's going to be opening up the door on New Year's Eve. If that hasn't got you thinking about Jonas, two-sided head, makes you think about what is being done by principality. I pray that also the elites will also understand we're here to make a better judgment upon those who try to make understanding of life and the truth, and that we don't turn against them or put them in a corner where they don't have a moment to at least share their life and their experiences. Can't keep taking, okay? We have to better understand ourselves, and if how are you supposed to learn if you were tricked yourself? That's what I want to say. How are you going to know if God himself is working through you right now just listening to me? God's going to work through us. If you're our appointed family, anything like that, you already know in your bloodline. But you can't take away from the chosen ones, the ones that are searching for the truth. And when they get to the truth, it's not that they pass judgment. The truth already, it's the years of the truth will set you free. That God is working with all of us, and we need to bring peace to this world instead of the principalities and everything, and the chains and the slavery of everything going on in all the different industries. That God is working on all of us. That we can turn the dial 1 degree and it changes everything. Remember, stop boiling water until what degree? Why is that? Makes sense, right? It's not boiling. It's not ice until it's a certain degree. Ask yourself. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful day. And I hope that this information will help serve you purpose moving forward and help you have that confirmation that you are in the right place, that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and it's not going to be an easy road. It's going to be a bumpy road along the way. I promise that God will give you that grace and power to give you that understanding that you are perfect just the way you are, and can continue to be in the best you. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Amen.
You call me up just to break my soul. Said your heart was cold and out of control. Left me standing in the pouring rain, trying to numb down all this pain. You knew my fears in my darkest nights. Buried secrets under starry